time to play. So, it doesn't look like I've got really any viewers yet. It's my own fault. I didn't actually schedule this stream because I wasn't going to do it originally. But I thought, no, I need to make sure I am practicing, and I need to dedicate some time to practice. And I've just got to despite there being so much work going on at the moment, I need to prioritize some practice. So today I'm going to be doing another method book. Well, these are more etudes rather than like actual methods. This one is Lou, I don't know how to say his last name. Is it Gillis or Gillis? Or Giles? Gillis? 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 I have no idea. It's Lou. Their name is Lou, and they've written 20 etudes for the bass trombone. And I'm just going to work my way through them. So, it's got a foreword in here. It says, the bass trombone has come into its own in the past few years, not only in the symphony orchestras, but through symphonic bands, school and professional dance bands, and in the recording orchestras throughout the country. Unfortunately, however, teaching materials have not been advanced along with the use of this instrument. That is so true. As a teacher of trombone at Texas Christian University, I have found very little literature available for the bass trombone, and this is either symphonic excerpts or simple instruction books. So what I have tried to do is to provide material of an advanced nature for the bass trombone. These 20 etudes exploit the entire range of the instrument with melodious rather than uninteresting exercises, and have suggested position and valve uses. I feel that these 20 etudes will help in the study of a very beautiful instrument. Lou Gillis. Gillis, I don't know. Yeah, okay, well that's nice. So it turns out this guy who's written this is a teacher of trombone at Texas Christian University. How about that? And he's even included a position chart in case I forget what notes I need to play. And that's what number 1 looks like. So it's not... Is that backwards? Oh, it's doing that thing again. Classic TikTok. Mirror your video. No, I don't want to mirror my video. That's better. Someone says he's trying to play guitar, but he cannot. No, I'm not trying to play guitar. Not really interested in playing guitar. I play the bass trombone. But yes, that's what the music looks like for number 1. It's pretty intense for a first excerpt. Not excerpt, a first etude. Oh, all right, let's get into some playing. Now, be nice. I haven't played today yet. Okay, well, let's go. There you go. That's etude number 1 from this book. 1. I think there's a kitty on the concert hall. What? What does that even mean? Oh, Untitled, hello. Nice of you to join us. It's tough. It says fast. It doesn't actually say like what speed I'm supposed to take it at, but I think that's a good speed. I wouldn't want to go too much faster. It'd be too hard. Now, I still haven't worked out how to, like, on TikTok, just see the comments, because there's all this random, like, stuff. Rid7367 doesn't like my playing. Says, oh my God, that's the worst thing I've ever heard. At least I got someone to back me up. Thanks, Bill Cypher. Says that I'm awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. How about changing my career? No, I'm good, thanks. I like what I do. I have a good time. Trombone percussionist is here. It wasn't first. Oh well, maybe next time, hey? All right, let's going to go on to the second one. So the second one is quite a bit longer. It's 2 pages. And it's slowly. Well, that's what it says. It says slowly, so this could take a while. We'll see how we go. All right, here we go. Well, that was an interesting one. I didn't mind that. It's a nice melody. Didn't go as long as I thought I would go, but it's nice. Feel like I'm having some trouble with my articulations on some of these notes. In previous streams I have mentioned that I've sort of like, not done it wrong, well I guess done it wrong, like the way I've been approaching each of the notes has been not great, so I'm trying to fix my technique in that area and get better at it. But it does mean that some of these notes just aren't speaking the way I want them to, which kind of sucks, but oh well, is what it is. Something over in YouTube land. At least we still have slide tuber. Yeah, so true. And Sky31464 says, hello. Hello, Sky. Hope you're having a nice day so far. What's happening over in TikTok land? It's so much like random notifications. So, I don't think Rid7367 likes me too much. Says I need to change career. I've got to start by playing lotto. Don't tell anyone if you win a lotto. Yeah, it's amazing. Like, I imagine people who win lotto, if they announce it, they probably get like so many people who are like, oh, we've been friends for so long. Oh, we really like you. We love you. J250B. Hello, Stephen. Looking good today. Thank you. Thanks so much. Oh, thanks for sharing the live. Appreciate that. Okay, so we're going to move on to number 3. This is another 2-pager. It looks like that. So there's a lot of notes on that page. The speed's a bit faster too, so it says moderately fast. Also got some little glissando things in there as well. Bwap bwap bum 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 ba da dum bum 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 ba da dum bum. Something like that. Cool. All right, let's see how we go. Hopefully I can play a bit better. I'm not feeling too good about my playing today. Well, that was interesting. Not the best playing I've ever done. Like I was not expecting the octave drop actually in the melodic line there. Not bad, not bad. I haven't touched this book in really, really long time. Like a lot of the practice I do these days is more just sight reading factory or just exercises. I don't really read through my books anymore, so yeah, it'd be good to actually work on a few of these, man, get them sounding good. And like, yeah, instead of just sight reading them and then putting them away. Craig's on Instagram. Hello, Craig. Can't stay at work, but keep on killing it, mate. Thanks so much. Yeah, I'm not feeling too good about my playing at the moment so far today, but I guess I'll got to be nice to myself, got to warm up a bit more, I think, because I haven't really played yet. What's happening in YouTube land? Any tips for triple tonguing from Christian Mazzialitio? Did I say that right? I hope I said that right. Yeah, so as far as triple tonguing goes, the syllable that you use, depending on how you approach your articulation generally, ta-ta-ka, or tu-tu-ku, ti-ti-ki, to-to-ko, depending on the range, the sort of sound, maybe da-da-ga, whatever. But regardless, you approach the first two articulate the same way, and the ka is actually at the end, so ta-ta-ka, or tu-tu-ku. And when I was working on all that sort of stuff to try and get better at it, I always found the ka, ku, or ga, or whatever syllable I was using for that part, that was the weakest one by quite a bit. So I used to practice playing things like, probably not at this difficulty, but stuff that's a lot easier, and practicing those specifically using that vowel or that syllable that wasn't that good for me. So I would play, instead of playing everything on a ta or a tu, I'd play everything on a ga or a ku or a ka, something like that, and just developed that clarity and strength in that area. So I would recommend that's what you do. Work on that particular articulation, because that's the thing that's probably slowing you down. And then start slow. And there's people that say, oh, you know, it's too slow for triple tonguing, or it's too slow for double tonguing. Well, nothing is. If your technique is correct and you've practiced that type of articulation well, nothing's too slow. You can play everything on that articulation, which means double tonguing, triple tonguing, doesn't matter what speed it is, you can still do it. Untitled says the first part sounded like arabesque. It kind of did, actually, yeah. The king is here. Oh, you're back from state marching. This is Mike the Bike. Welcome back, Mike the Bike. Please tell me how it went, because I'm very interested to know. So I'm just going to turn my aircon up. It's getting hot in here. Oh, Sky says it kind of sounds like arabesque as well. Russian Christmas music. Yeah. Oh, Mary FBI Aura. I am finally in a T-Bone live stream. Well, welcome, Mario. I hope you enjoy your time. State was so much fun. Oh, I bet it was. It would have been so good. I love doing stuff like that. Like in Australia, we have a national competition that we do once a year, and it's over the Easter weekend. And it's full of the concert bands, the brass bands, and there's solos and parties as well. It's so much fun every single year. I really get into it. So I totally get it. You got 21st out of 250 bands. Wow. Broke a district record as you've never been this high before. That's so cool. That's so cool, Mike. Like honestly, that's yeah, you'll never forget that. That's really awesome. Congratulations. That's really cool. That's really cool. What's happening over in TikTok land? You never had a career, you just had a car park. Oh, that's Rid7367. Yeah, he's being mean, or they're being mean, I should say. I shouldn't assume gender, I suppose. All right, looks like I've got a troll on the TikTok chat. That's all right. Doesn't worry me in the slightest. But I guess it can't be too bad, otherwise they would have scrolled on by now. Mike says, we were so close to making finals, so only 12. Oh, wow, yeah, that is close. That is close. Oh, well, seriously, congrats. That's really cool. Okay, so this next one that I'm doing, number 4 in this book. This is in 6/8 time. It's only a one-pager this time, thankfully. And it's supposedly fast as well, so... It's all this fast stuff when I haven't like properly warmed up yet. And I'm sight reading, and I don't think I could probably sight read this too quickly. I'll probably stick with the moderate tempo, I reckon. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. All right, let's do it. That was rough. It was hard. It was really hard. Part of it was just not having spaces to breathe as well. I think if you got really good at this and did it fast, you wouldn't need to breathe as in those awkward spots. But for me, yeah, no, I was not happy with that. That was not good. Maybe I should do it again. Oh, lots of comments over here. Jeez, let's have a look. Sky says, do you have any tips for the lower range? Yeah, sure. Let's see. I suppose it depends on how low we're talking here, really. I mean, are we talking like pedal register, trigger register? But just generally, what I find in students is that people tend to try too hard with the lower range. And the problem with doing that is as you're trying harder, everything gets tighter. And then, therefore, you can't get that slow, warm air moving. And then you don't get your low notes. Or they just sound really bad. So an example of that, plus, and usually when that happens, there's usually our lips are too tight as well for the low range. So I'll give you an example of what that sounds like real quick. Yeah, so as you can hear, absolute garbage. Not a great sound at all. It sounds absolutely awful. So you want to avoid tightening your lips in the center. Realistically, they should just flap in the breeze, and that is it. And then from there, really concentrating on keeping your air moving really slowly and really warmly. And then it goes from what you just heard to this. So as you can hear, huge difference in the quality of the sound. And the only difference is I'm not tightening my lips, I'm keeping them relaxed. These, my corners in my embouchure, they stay strong. And I'm keeping that air slow and warm. So that's the best thing you can do. In terms of an exercise, what would be really useful is doing lots of glissando and starting from a place where you know that you can play with a good sound. And then as you're sliding down, make sure that you're really almost sinking your air into the instrument as you're going down. So this is what I talk about by slowing your air down for the low range, but you almost want to feel like your air is sinking into the instrument as you're going lower. I'll give you a couple of different ways you can do this. So using those two methods, really concentrating on your air, getting slower as you're going, sinking into the sound, and keeping this relaxed and this strong and consistent, you'll find you'll improve your range really quickly. So do lots of that. All right, Mike says, brass alone placed 12th, woodwinds placed 38th, and percussion placed 4th. France ensemble placed 17th. How does that work? So I'm guessing that they're judging not only you as an entire group, but they're also judging you as per your sections as well. Is that how it works? So your brass was better than the woodwinds, for instance, and percussion were the best part of your ensemble. Am I reading that right? Or do you do separate stuff as well, and then they mark you on that? Oh, and you donated $1. Thanks so much, Mike the Bike. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's really nice. Christian says, can you give me an example? Oh, yeah, that's right. You asked something before. What was that? Oh, triple tonguing. Oh, the example of that. Right. Yes, of course. Let's use the scale as the example for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the scale fairly slowly and just with like 2-2-ku as my syllable on each note. So on the B flat, I go 2-2-ku, 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 just like that. So yeah, you can hear that was all 2-2-ku. I definitely felt a difference whenever I did the ku, and I don't know if how that came across in terms of what you guys can hear. But the goal is to try and keep it to sound as close as possible to the normal articulation so that you can't distinguish between them. Based on how I was feeling then, I should probably work on it myself. But that's an example of what the triple tonguing sounds like in a scale context. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the scale just in crotchets or quarter notes if you're American, and I'm just going to do ku, and that is it. So it's just my ku articulation. So yeah, that was just ku, or on each of those notes. And as you could hear, I was still getting a clear articulation, a clean start to each of the notes. And when I combine that with my normal articulation, I get a really good triple tongue happening there. Hey, trombone percussionist says, beware. It requires E flat horns, E flat tubas, and a contrabass. You'll be focused on trombone 4 for Russian Christmas music. Trombone 4 is officially stated to be slide tuba on the score. Ah, how about that? Very cool. Oh, Untitled did a donation as well, $2. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you. His comment was, Mike did it, so now I have to. Love that. Keep it up. Turn me into a millionaire. Trombone percussionist, I was in first place and both of you play to play. So for those on TikTok, I mainly stream on YouTube, and I've also got it set up where there's a multi-platform streaming, but unfortunately TikTok's not really getting on board with that sort of stuff. Like, you have to have a stream key, and I can't get that until I've done or ticked off some things in TikTok. So that's why you guys are on my phone and everybody else is in my actual setup. So there's a leaderboard on YouTube. Like, whenever you comment, you gain experience points. And yeah, so he was hoping to be on top. But then, of course, these other guys have donated some money and they now shoot straight to the top of the leaderboard because they've done that. So he's feeling a bit salty at the moment. Mike says, Monday I have a glow show where we play our On Top of Spaghetti show one more time as marching season ends, but with a twist. We use glow stuff and glow sticks and stuff to attach to the... Oh, that's cool. And after that one glow show, we never play it again. That's cool. Glow sticks onto your instruments. How would you... I suppose like tape and stuff, right? You would just tape things to... What you should do is get... are you allowed flashing things, or does it have to be glow sticks? Because if you could get something flashing like on your slide, and then as you're moving your slide, it like makes patterns and stuff, that would be super cool. That would be super cool. So Untitled was like, my bad, trombone percussionists, I'll never do it again. And he just donated another $2. That's so funny. And thanks again, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Mike says, our best show we've ever played was the Telltale Heart, which we made state in 2023. Placed 31st out of 250. Oh, that's cool. It's really cool that you're in a place where you get to do all that stuff. Oh, I'm so jealous. Australia's a bit lame when it comes to marching, as you've heard me say before. Sky says, wow, thanks, that was basically my problem. Oh, so that was in reference to the low range stuff I was talking about just earlier. Well, I'm glad that's really helped you. That's awesome. Yeah, so just keep doing those exercises, and over time, it'll just get better and better. Just don't make the same mistake I did. The mistake I made was that I tried to get everything to be like super big and wide all the time as I'm getting lower. And it just makes the sound just a bit fluffy and harder to get a really good core sound. So just, yeah, don't make that same mistake I did, because that's something I've had to try and fix in my own playing, and I'm actually working on it at the moment. Mike says, laser beam quote, if someone has money and is smart, they instantly beat you to first. You might as well quit and never try placing first again. Oh, that is savage. I love it. All right, I suppose I better check the TikTok comments as well. Oh, can't wait till I get this through my streaming platform, because that'll make all of this so much easier. Invite to co-host, 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 invite to co-host. Oh, someone sent me a rose. Lovely. Thank you so much. But it's so small. I can't see who that is. Oh, well, if that was you, speak up. I would like to say a personal thank you. Thanks very much. Very, very nice of you. Very nice. Oh, one final question before I play something else. From the Captain Bacon. Oh, that is an amazing name. I love that so much. Hi, sir. I have a question about a trigger tenor trombone. Okay, fire away. I suppose it depends on how long it takes for them to type the question. I might play the next one and then I'll get back to your question. So the next one is, did I play that one? Oh, I did, and that's right, and I felt terrible about it. I might just keep going. I'm not going to fix stuff, I'm just going to read stuff. So the next one's number 5. This is in 6/8 as well. And that's it there. So lots of stuff, lots of notes as per usual. There's a few pedal notes make an appearance. So we'll see how I go. Try not to play too fast, because then I won't be able to do it very well. Here's the question. As a 7th grader with a trigger, can I play jazz with it? Oh, absolutely you can. Absolutely you can. I think what normally happens with tenor trombonists, particularly if they're playing the first or the lead part, they tend to like having just a straight tenor without a trigger for a couple of reasons. The first being that they actually don't need one, because a first player, especially as you're getting better and accessing harder repertoire, the range just keeps going up and up and up and up, and you actually don't use a trigger. So by having a trigger on your trombone, not only is it making the instrument heavier, it actually darkens the sound a little bit as well. And if you're playing jazz, you don't really want a massively dark sound. They typically like to play with quite a bright sound. So that'd be why for the those sort of people like to use just the straight tenors. But you can definitely play jazz on with trigger trombones. I've seen heaps of people do it. At the end of the day, all it does is it just changes the sound a bit and changes the weight of the instrument. So you'll be absolutely fine. Can you explain swing? Oh yeah, so like, you go to a playground and you jump on the thing and you swing. No. So yeah, swing's an interesting one. So when you see like 2 quavers together or 2 eighth notes together with that little beam, so they're sort of like that, you would normally read that as like da 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 da, right? But for swing, what they do is they change the feel to be a long short. And in terms of like Western music, like normal classical or whatever, the comparison is like a triplet, but crotchet quaver. So instead of going ba 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 ba, you go ba 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 ba. So it looks the same, but it goes da 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 instead of da 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 da. The other thing you want to do as well is you want to bring the quaver or the eighth note out a bit more. So instead of going da 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 da, you go like this, da 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 da, like that. And that helps you achieve more of a swing feel as well. And that's pretty much the only time that you really have to worry about that. The rest of it is kind of the same. And once you start getting and understanding that feel, then that'll really help you. And have a listen to what everyone else is doing as well, assuming they're all doing it correctly. They might not be. But that's the difference between those two there. So I hope that helps. I'm playing brand's blue and I have trouble with swing. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I remember swing being super confusing when I started because I like things to be super rigid, very black and white, very mathematical, like this is what it is and that's the end of it. And then along came jazz and it just really threw me because everything's a bit more up in the air. So, yeah. But yeah, look, I mean, that's literally the only difference. Instead of going ba, 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 you're going ba, 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 and it all looks exactly the same. Okay, so let's have a go at number 5. There we go. So here we go. Let's try that again. Yeah, that was interesting. I don't think I played some of that correctly. I think I actually played the rhythm wrong. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I think it was at that spot over there. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I totally did. I played that bar wrong. Bum, 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 bum. That might have been it actually. What about down there? Let's see. Do da dum pom 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 pa da bum ba da dum bum pa pa pom pa 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 pom pom pa pa pom pa 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 pom pom pom. Yeah, I totally played that wrong as well. Oh, that's annoying. I will have to fix those some other time because, as I said before, I'm not fixing things, I'm just reading. Oh, it's a shame I messed some of that up. Let's see. Christmas music is already given to me. I was practicing a few hours ago. One piece I like is We Wish You a Mumbo Christmas. I have not come across that one before, Mike. I'll have to check it out sometime. Oh, and you're heading off. Come back to the stream at 1 p.m. in Australia time. What's it now? I may or may not be here. We'll see. I think it's 12:43. Oh no, it's 11:43 right now. So you'd be 12 here. Oh, actually, so you'll be back kind of soon. Anyway, I'll see you when you get back if I'm still here. If I'm not, then I'll try and catch you next time. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for the donation as well. Really appreciate that. Really, really do. Sky said that sounded really familiar for some reason. Yeah, some of this sort of stuff does. Hey, I felt it was a bit familiar too, particularly about the bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. It sounds very similar to that excerpt in orchestral literature. It's like bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. It's a horn thing, I think. There's a really funny video on YouTube somewhere of like someone, like a horn player playing that excerpt. And then they don't play the last note. They shift their chair back and the chair sliding against the ground actually gives them that note. It's so funny. Captain Bacon says, so I count cut time for sleigh ride. So do I count cut time for sleigh ride. It's super hard to. Yeah. So sleigh ride, it definitely is in cut common. So you think of it as two. So like two strong beats, that is. It's like 1, 2, 1. Actually, how does it go again? Bum 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 ba dum bum bum ba bum bum ba da ba dum bum ba dum bum ba dum bum. So it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. If it helps in the beginning, you could even think of it. You could still count it in 4. Be like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bum 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 ba dum bum bum ba dum bum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you could try that. Another thing I suggest you do is use a metronome. If you don't have a metronome, just type it into Google. Just go metronome, and then Google will actually just give you a metronome to use. And just to practice it in 4, get good at it in 4, and then try changing it into 2 and see how you go. It may work for you, it may not, but it's worth a try. The other thing you can try is starting slower again, but just starting in 2. Like 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. So you could use the metronome still in 2, and then you're subdividing in your head. That could be a good thing to do as well for you. And playing along with recordings is always good as well. Oh, there's so many notifications on TikTok. It's nuts. It shows me like a line every time someone joins. And then it also shows like invite so-and-so to co-host now. So it just like really floods the feed. It's quite annoying. I'll have to figure out a way to get rid of that. All right, I'm gonna move on to number 6. Now this one looks really hard. It looks a bit scalic though, so I should be able to play this pretty quickly, just sight reading. It's 2 pages, like that. Lots of black notes, as you can see. And it does say, quickly. Which again doesn't really give me any idea of like how fast it's actually supposed to be. But I don't know, let's see. I don't think there's anything too crazy in there. Don't know if I'll be able to sight read it at that speed. You know, if there's one thing I've learned about the internet, we like to watch people fail. So I might try and have a go at a really stupid speed, and let's see how much I actually manage to pull off. Captain Bacon says, can you play the G pentatonic scale? My rockbox says that G pentatonic scale is a good choice for a rock tune. Oh, I'm sure it is. Yeah. Okay, so here's a secret. I actually don't know. I don't know how to play a pentatonic scale. It's funny because like in classroom music, I know they teach it. I know it's a thing for like jazz and obviously rock as well. But I've never learned it. That's a hole in my knowledge. I've never come across the pentatonic scale. I've never played the pentatonic scale, and I've never been exposed or been required to play the pentatonic scale. So I've just never done it. But call me curious. Let's look it up. G pentatonic scale. Okay, notes. Okay, the notes for the G pentatonic scale are G, A, B, D, and E for the major scale, G, B flat, C, D, and F for the minor scale. Oh, that's really interesting. Mind you, that's the AI answer, so we don't know how correct that is. Is there something that's non-AI that'll give me the answer? Okay, here we go. Oh, that's guitar. Yuck. Yeah, that's right. Someone on TikTok was on about guitar earlier. G major pentatonic scale. The notes are G, A, B, D, and E. Oh, that's interesting. So you skip the 4th degree and the 7th degree. So you just skip 4 and 7 and there's your pentatonic scale. Why is that? Why do you skip 4 and 7? So we've got the tonic, obviously, we've got major second, we've got the major third, we skip the perfect fourth for some reason, we've got the perfect fifth, we've got the major sixth, we skip the major seven for some reason, and I'm just going to assume that we play the eighth as well, because you do for pretty much every other scale. So it should sound like this. Look, I'm sure there's a use for that, but I don't know. I don't feel better for having played a pentatonic scale, if I'm honest. Does anyone watching have any insight into pentatonic scales? Have you come across pentatonic scales yourself? Do you use them in any context? I would be interested to know. Okay, so the G minor pentatonic is, oh, we skipped the second degree. What's up with that? So you play the tonic, you skip the minor second, you play the minor third, you play the perfect fourth, you play the perfect fifth, you skip the minor sixth, you play the minor seventh, and you play the eighth as well. What? That makes no sense. Or at least it's not making sense to me. Can anyone explain? What is going on in the pentatonic scale land? I don't understand. Because I feel like it should follow the same formula, right? Because in your normal major and minor scales, you still play every scale degree. Just the major scale, the major intervals for the major and the minor intervals for the minor stuff. But no, I've actually no idea. It's weird. It's really weird. Anywho, moving on. So Captain Bacon, awesome name by the way. I hope that, I don't know, gives you some insight or helps you in some way. I don't know. But turns out if you just Google, you'll have the answers. I don't feel better for having played or been exposed to the pentatonic scale now, and I don't feel worse for not known it. I actually don't feel any different at all. Okay, so they have another question. What trombone do you use? Says Caleb Ongley, or is it K.L. Bongley? Whichever. This is a bass trombone. So most trombones will just have the thing in the middle, and none of these. But then you'll come across B flat F trombones, which will have the main bit, of course, and this part at the back, and this first lever at the front. And the bass trombone has this one on the other side as well, plus another lever. Some bass trombones can use the second one independently, like by themselves. Others can't. Depends on what sort of trombone you like. Captain Bacon says, how do I reach a range about F? Well, it depends on what sort of range you're at the moment and how far away you are. But the general rule is if you aim to play with faster air, like your air is moving faster, you will be able to play higher. That is, of course, dependent on how strong your embouchure is as well. So if you do have a strong embouchure, you'll be able to, what we say is, we withstand air pressure. Because as you're increasing your air speed, you're also increasing the pressure. And if your muscles aren't strong enough to handle that, you just won't go any higher. And that's the science behind it. I suppose if you compare it to weightlifting, for example, you go and pick up some heavier weights and you try to lift them and you can't. It's just, that's no different to really high notes. If your embouchure or your muscles aren't strong enough to handle it, you just won't go higher. So aiming to strengthen your muscles and start thinking about moving your air faster, that's what's going to help you get higher. The Pro EST Pro, can you play Wizards in the winter? Oh, look, I'm sure I can. I'm not going to do that on the stream. I've had some like copyright problems with when I've done stuff on the stream previously. And whilst I can like challenge that and then eventually the claim gets released, it's just extra work and I don't want extra work right now. So I'm going to avoid playing stuff on stream for a while. But if you want me to play it as like a demonstration video along the lines of what I normally do on my channel, then you're more than welcome to add that in a comment somewhere on my channel, under a post, in my video, on one of my videos, something like that. And that sends me a notification and I go through the notifications list and I can add stuff as I go. So that's the best way to get that. Beta Adian says, yo, Tboneporty, you're awesome. Thanks so much. Your tome is insane. I'm assuming you meant to say trombone, but, but thanks so much. That's nice of you to say. Anyway, I've been talking for a while. I should probably do some more playing. So I'm going to have a go at this number 6 now. And that's right, yeah, I'm going to have a go at trying to do it fast. And I'm probably going to make mistakes. We'll see how we go. Be nice. Yeah, actually wasn't too bad. A couple little mistakes in there, but for the most part, I was pretty happy with that. I see a lot of movement on the TikTok front over here. What's going on? All these people that it's telling me I need to invite to co-host. No, there's got to be a way to like get rid of that. There's got to be, because it's so annoying. Oh, here we go. Oh, I did it. I found the thing. Yes. How good is that? Oh, have I set a live goal? What's a live goal? Okay. Sure, why not? I don't know what that did, but whatever. TikTok's weird. Sky says, do you have any tips for legato tonguing? My band teacher says do a ya, but I see other people do a lighter ta. Yeah, definitely don't do ya. I don't know why your director suggested to say to do ya, because that is such bad advice. No offense to your band director. Look, the thing about band teachers, right, because I'm one myself, I totally get it. And I'm just going to move that back to the other screen. The other screen was better. There we go. So, thing about band directors is they don't really play everything. I mean, some some do learn how to play all of the instruments, but they don't become really proficient at those instruments. So they try and give the best advice that they can as often as they can, but sometimes you get bad advice. Sometimes it's just the way it is. Yeah, Untitled. Yeah is crazy. That's I've never heard of anybody doing that. Yeah. And how are you even supposed to? Because there is no tongue. There's literally no tongue when you go ya. Like there's no actual articulation. So yeah. Anyway, so my suggestion to you, and this is what I do. I go with da or do, as opposed to like ta and tu. So my normal articulation, what I consider to be like normal or default or my everything articulation is tu. I like to use tu. And then if I'm doing anything that's legato, I always go do. And the difference is simple. Even if you just isolate it to the very first syllable, if you go t, 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 versus t, 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 t. Now I don't know how well that comes across on the microphone, but there is a very big difference between getting a t and a d. Even just like vocalizing the actual letter, t, d. D is much softer and it's much better for your articulation if you're trying to get a legato articulation. I'll show you the difference between. Tyler says try it into your trombone. Okay, I'll give ya a try. So here's ya. Yeah, nah. Ya is disgusting. Don't do ya. It's really bad. Yeah, plus getting all of that extra movement into your chin when you're articulating makes you football the notes as well. And instead of it being like a bricky note, and it should be shaped like a brick, you get this wah or ya in your sound, which is disgusting. All right, so here's the difference between ta and da, okay? So I'll do ta first, and then I'll do da, or tu and do. So you should very clearly be able to hear the difference between those two. Oh, I've got to do the puzzle piece. There we go. Unable to verify it. Come on, that was perfectly placed puzzle piece. There we go. TikTok does this weird thing where like, once you've streamed for a bit, it thinks that I'm not doing anything and I need to like drag a puzzle piece into the puzzle to show that I'm still here. So weird. Anyway, so yeah, I could hear I'm hoping you could hear the difference between the tars and the das. And yeah, as I said before, the ta is very different to the da. The da is much softer and definitely what you should use for legato tonguing. Never ya. Never do that. Yeah. Anywho, or ye. So weird. Uranium eater. That's an interesting name. How are you still alive after eating all this uranium? Yo, do aces of the air. Oh, look, I'd be keen to do all of these stuff. Just comment on one of my existing videos and I'll be able to see that notification pop up and I'll add that to my list of pieces to do. Sky says, yeah, I could really hear the difference. Yeah, it is pretty obvious, isn't it? Anyway, I'd say number 6 was a success. So I'm going to move on to number 7. 6, 7, anyone? Oh, I get that so much with my students. And so many like teachers are so triggered by it. Hey, it's really quite funny. Okay, so this one is a slow one. It's slowly in 3, it's legato. You'll be able to hear some of this legato tonguing in action. Looks like it goes all the way across the range, which is kind of cool. Now to a pedal E flat. Don't know how that's going to come out this morning, but that's what the music looks like there. And let's give it a go. 6, 7. All right, there we go. There it is. Super depressed about that E flat not coming out properly. Oh well. Yeah, I go through these weird phases at the moment with my playing. Like, sometimes my pedals come out really well. Other times they're just absolute garbage. Like, I don't understand why that is. I'm just going to play a few, see if I can feel better about myself. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I don't know. It's funny with pedals. Maybe it's because it's like, particularly G flat through to E flat, I find. I just don't speak that well, particularly if I haven't played them much. But then if I sit there and I play like heaps of pedals, then they actually are okay. So I don't know, maybe it is a warm-up thing. Don't know. But then again, I used to feel that way about a lot of my notes, like years and years ago. Like when I first started getting into pedal notes, same thing. I'd have to warm up quite a lot before I could actually get them. So I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. I guess just keep doing them. And that's all I can really do. Anyway, moving on. Untitled says, I find it pretty crazy but somewhat unreasonable how some schools are banning 6-7. Yeah, me too. It's really stupid. It's people letting themselves get triggered by stupid things. Because at the end of the day, that's all it is. And from my understanding of what 6-7 actually is that it's meant to mean nothing. It makes no sense. And that's the whole point. It's like, right? Like that. I think it started out as something else, but I think it's not matured into this. It's like morphed into this, mutated into this. I don't know, but it's very much. I think because when you think about the way they say it, it's like 6-7. You know, it's like as in like quite stupid or like. So I think it's literally meant to mean just nothing, and I think maybe that's part of the reason why people are getting triggered by it. But it's kind of funny. Just join in, have a laugh, have some fun with it, and then everybody moves on with their lives. Like, anyway, I actually like doing it to my colleagues because, as I know, it triggers teachers, and they'd be getting kids doing it all the time. So I'd be out at band rehearsal, and like one of the bands I'm in has a lot of teachers in it, and then I'll just randomly throw it out there, and the teachers are like, "Don't you dare!" And we have a good laugh. I tease them a bit and then we move on. Like it's quite funny. Anyway, the next one is number 8 out of, how many are there? Oh, that's 16, 17, 16, 17, 19, 20. Oh wait, I feel so stupid right now. It's literally called 20 tunes for bass trombone. I'm like, how many are there? I don't know. Maybe there's 20. Oh dear. So anyway, about to do number 8. Got some more pedals in here. It's a bit faster again. That's it there, as you can see. Let's see how we go. Moon Trains says, love how when I join, the first thing I hear is 6-7. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, here we go. Oh, that one. That was cute. Yeah, I sort of, the character I chose for that one, I just imagine like a hobbit from Lord of the Rings. And they're just sort of like almost skipping down the path. You know, they're holding a bunch of flowers and just having a great time. Just really happy. That was the sort of vibes I got when I was looking at it. And yeah, so that's the character I chose. So if you want to make your practice more interesting, create characters for things. Create stories. I always get my students to do that. We talk about characters and stories quite a bit when we do our music. And I think that it really just brings out the music a bit more. Makes it a bit more interesting, not only to listen to, but to play. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. I'm just gonna check the tuning of my instrument actually, because it's not feeling very good. I've got a bit of a head cold as well, so that doesn't really help things, but I might just double check. So I noticed when I was tuning initially, everything was sitting extremely sharp. That's why my tuning slides are out so far. But it'll be interesting to see where it's at the moment. Okay, turn that. There you go. So it is kind of right. My triggers were a bit sharp. Sorry, a bit flat, so I pushed those in. Yeah, I don't know. I've been really working on my embouchure a lot, particularly in my low range. Maybe I'm overdoing it. Maybe I'm getting a bit tight in the center of my lips. Because as we should hope, I think most of you are regular viewers, so most of you would know that if our lips are a bit tight, that sends our pitch quite sharp. If your air is too fast, it sends it quite sharp. But the general rule I like to go with is that if it sounds good and it feels good, then you should be good. And then you adjust your equipment. So, given that I'm not feeling good at the moment, it's it's hard to really stick to that mantra, but there could be a range of things happening. So, yeah, don't know. Anyway, let's keep going. This is number 9. Oh, I didn't show you number 9. Whoops, my bad. This is another 2-pager. I might just show one page at a time, so it's a bit easier to see for people. So that's the first page there. And that's the back page. So lots of semiquavers, or 16th notes if you're an American. It says, once again, it says quickly, so I don't know how quick that is. I guess it's however quick I feel like going, because I'm the only one playing. Let's see. I think I'll go that speed. You know, there's a risk in trying to take things too quickly, because then it just becomes like more of an exercise and less like music. And there was a nationals competition I was in. I lost like by 1 point. I was really annoyed about that, particularly because the person that won it, I mean, don't get me wrong, they played really well. They missed entries and like got some rhythms wrong, and I'm like, but I got them all right, and I felt I did show a good level of musicality in the slower section. And I thought, well, I couldn't quite understand based on the comments like what was going on. But as I've gotten more experienced, a bit more wise, it's clear to me now that, I mean, I'll need to go back, because I think I had someone re-record it. I'll go back and listen to it at some point. And I'd be interested to know if there's actually any music there, or is it just notes, you know? So I have a feeling that what I'll discover is that it'll just sound like a bunch of notes that I'm trying to play fast, as opposed to having any real shape or musical style. So yeah, something to bear in mind in your own playing when you're doing solos and working on your playing is the music, the style, the feel, that absolutely has to come first. Speed always comes later. And if you can't play at the marked speed without it being musical, without it showing some character and some style, then just play it slower, because no one actually cares how fast it is. They care if it sounds good. They care if it has a nice style. So always go for that first. Anywho, speaking of which, yeah, as I was saying, this says quickly. It doesn't actually tell me how fast. I mean, quickly I would say is like, I mean, that would feel like quickly, but that would mean I'd be going which I should be able to do, but it won't sound like music. I'll try that first. See, I said I should be able to do it. I probably shouldn't have said that. Let's see if I was right. Let's see if I can actually do it. Oh, and Cookie Jim Jim says hi. So hi, Cookie Jim Jim. Welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay. Oh God, here we go. Oh, let's try that again. Yeah. So there you go. I can kind of do it. I can kind of do it at that speed. But it doesn't sound like music, does it? It just sounds like noise. It just sounds like noise. So why would you commit yourself to playing at a specific speed just because it's fast if you're going to sacrifice everything else? Complete waste of time. So anyway, I'm going to play it again, except this time I'm going to play it at the speed where I feel like I'm going to get the most character out of it, which I think is ba-da-ba-ba-bum, ba-da-dum, 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 ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum. That's what I'm going to go with. Still a bit messy in places, but oh my God, like it feels so much more satisfying to play. Feels like there's actual character. Feels like there's music there, not just a random compilation of notes. Untitled agrees. He says, oh my God, so much better. And it's like the first version, it's like, oh my God, he can play so fast, woo! But then that's kind of it. It doesn't sound nice. It's just, whatever. But that was a lot more satisfying to play. And like I said, when I first started the stream here, I was like, well, it'd be nice to work on a few of these and get them to, performance standard, sound good. I think this would be one that would be actually quite good. And then just trying to build the character around some of the other stuff that I didn't really get that across, stuff like that. I've got a question from Zach. Zach says, how do you improve tone, especially in lower notes? Okay, so the biggest thing about tone is that most people try too hard. And what I mean when I say that is that your lips, your aperture is way too tight a lot of the time. And I think a lot of that is built in habit from when we first start and we're trying to play high. Because I've noticed in method books, the trombones, low brass in particular, always start trying to move up really quickly, like from B flat, that's like the lowest note. And then you're getting into Fs really quickly. And a lot of students I found struggle getting to that F straight away. So what do? They try harder, they squeeze, and it introduces all of this tension, and tightness in the lips and therefore tightness in the sound. And then that translates into like the rest of your playing, because that's a habit that's now built in. And as you start to go into lower notes, oh, my ear just popped. Huh. Maybe that's why I'm not feeling good about my playing. Maybe it's all sounding a bit weird because my ear was a bit... That's weird. Anyway, I'll give you an example really quickly of the difference that I'm talking about here. So I'll play a few low notes, so like F and below, with a really tight embouchure. Actually, maybe I'll go from B flat just to give you a bit more of something to compare to. So yeah, as you can hear, super tight sound. It's not, compared to my normal sound, it's quite bad. For me to achieve that, I'm tightening my lips a ridiculous amount, and that's the sound I get. Now here's what happens when I release the tightness from my lips, and instead I allow the lips just to do this, just flap in the breeze. It's not doing anything else. I'm not thinking about tightening it. I'm not thinking about keeping it loose or relaxed. It's just flapping away. That's all it's doing. So here's the difference when I do that. So as you can hear, there's a massive difference in the sound quality there. It started with just super tightness, and then I just allow this to relax and just flap away. Still keep your corners strong, absolutely, but allowing my aperture, which is the hole in between your lips, not to have any real control, but just to flap. Because that's how your lips work when you play. They just flap. They vibrate together. They flap away. If you've got a phone or a device that's got slow-mo cam on it, film yourself in slow-mo, just doing this, just doing a buzz, and then watch it back in slow-mo. It's absolutely hilarious. But yeah, you get a greater understanding of what the lips actually do. They just flap. They flap away. So that's the number one thing I would say that you need to do to improve your lower notes. To improve the tone in your lower notes is to relax here and increase the amount of air that's passing through the instrument as well. Slow, warm, relaxed air. Try that. Let me know how you go. Captain Bacon. Oh, that's such a cool name. Can you play Wizards in Winter? Oh, you asked me this earlier. So if you want me to play something, just comment on one of my videos, a request for that piece, Wizards in Winter, and write who it's by as well. And I'll eventually get around to making a video about it. I won't do it on stream because I've had issues with like copyright stuff on stream, and it just adds extra work and it's really frustrating to deal with. So I'm probably not going to play pieces live unless it's in public domain, for example. But then the recording that I would use to play along with, probably not in public domain, which again, there's your copyright issues. So that's really frustrating. I'm happy to look at parts and play parts of pieces without a backing track. If there's like something like a specific section that you want me to play or you need help with, I can do that. But outside of that, I probably won't. Anyway, that was number 9. So let's go to number 10. What time is it actually? 12:30. Yeah, I did say today was going to be a shorter one, so I'm probably going to leave maybe after I finish number 10. I'll finish number 10, check comments, and then I'll probably go. Just because I've got a lot of stuff to do for school, and it's just too much work. It's really sad. Lizzie on TikTok, thank you for the follow. All right, so I'm just going to play number 10. And then I'll be done. Oh, I didn't show you guys number 10. So here's page 1. It's a slow one, so there you go. You get something slow. Okay, so that's what the first page looks like. And that's what the next page looks like. So again, there's a few pedals in there some bigger octave jumps. It's a slow one, it says slowly, so I'll think about how slow I actually want to go. Probably about that speed, I reckon. Not too slow, a bit more of like a slow singing sort of style. Oh, Sky's off now. Okay, see you later, Sky. Thanks for jumping on. Hope you had a good time. I'm actually going to be heading off soon anyway. If you're still here, you probably actually heard me say that. Yeah, I'm sorry, Untitled. Like I'm still not feeling great. I'm feeling like I said, I'm feeling a bit head coldy, but I've got so much work to do, man. Like, it really sucks. All right, without further ado, let's play number 10. My pedal E sucks. Oh well. Anyway, so that's the final one I'm going to play today. Number 10. I quite like that one. It's really nice. Like, I found that music really quite easy to find for a lot of that, but then there were other spots in there where I just really struggled to find and capture a character, and it ended up just sounding a bit like a technical work. So that was a bit of a shame. And then of course the pedal D at the end sucked, so I might just play that little ending again to see if I can get it sounding better in context. But pedal D is just a note that I always struggle with. Don't know why. Didn't come out that time. Well, there you go. There was a couple in there that sounded okay, but I think it's a case of what I was saying before. I just need to really warm up that register before it actually sounds good. I think that's all it is. Anyway, I'm going to head off now. So, look, thank you so much for joining me this morning, or this evening, this afternoon, wherever you are. I know a lot of Americans are staying up late, so get to bed, have a good sleep. Me, I'm going to go and eat some lunch, have a good drink of water, and get to my boring schoolwork. Anyway, thanks for coming along, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.